Welcome to Stories of Us. We transform the narrative of the American veteran by adding more stories of us. Through telling our stories, we heal, we connect, and we create change in all those who bear witness. I'm Jason Nunez, Executive Assistant at Minority Veterans of America, and today we have the pleasure of being joined by Keshawn Ballard. She is the field organizer for the Atlanta area for Minority Veterans of America. Her main mission in life, spreading sunshine in the world, one city at a time. Keshawn, thank you for being here and welcome to Stories of Us.
Hi, Jason. Thank you so much for
Hey.
having me. I do appreciate this opportunity to tell my story.
And we appreciate all that you do for all of our folks in Atlanta, around the world, and for being here to tell your story as well. So let's start with that. Tell us the story of you. Where, who, what made you who you are today?
Well, I am Keshawn Ballard. I am a country girl born and raised in the state of Mississippi, in the area known as the Mississippi Delta. So I received my education in the Delta, end up going to Delta State, even placed the greatest sorority attendant in the entire world. However, after high school, I joined the military because I wanted to provide a better out for my siblings at the time for being in a small city. So from that, it took me to so many places. So where I have gone to quite a few states, countries, and continents. I would have preferred to go to more. I served 13 and a half years in U.S. Army Corps, in a great part of the U.S. Army, active duty and National Guard. And during that time, I got to spend somebody else's money. So I did government contracting. I am what we call a water dog. So that was my original MOS. And then I started doing government contracting. Loved it. Started loving numbers. That led me to Georgia, actually, where I currently reside. And I ended up being medically discharged. So once I got out, I will say I was a little bit angry getting out because I wanted my career to go further. However, the God that I serve and believe in had a different plan for me. So that landed me into learning about other VSOs. And a friend of mine introduced me to MVA. And the rest is history. So I have been here ever since I learned the name MVA. So once I learned the name from a previous friend, from a friend that used to live here, and the rest, I've still been smiling and still enjoying and still been hitting the streets ever since. So that's my who, what, when, where, and how I am. I am here with MVA today.
Keshawn, I appreciate that. And whoever that friend is, God bless. And thank you for bringing Keshawn to us. So along those lines of your Army time, can you tell us more about your military and your veteran experiences and kind of how did some of those identities and experiences that you hold shape some of your journey to this point?
Okay. So while being in the military, I was higher ranking at the time. So I believe that every time a school came open or every time a class or anything for me to be promoted, I was going to do it. So I made rank, I think fairly quickly because I had a goal. My goal was to make command sergeant major before the age of 40. Now that did not happen. However, I had to shift my plan. So all the things I learned, the knowledge, the skills, how to do action plans, how to do AARs with our action after action reviews, how to practice safety, how to be a safety officer, how to lead people, how to lead troops, even in the civilian world to this day, how to go from point A to Z without getting lost, how to be a communicator, how to listen to what your people are trying to tell you, to not always take the boastful, I'm the boss type of mentality, but to actually have it a two-way street where someone is trying to give me information, I receive it, and then I respond. So throughout my time in the military, I was able to gain all of those in a nutshell and then utilize them when I got out to the nonprofit world. And even in my current career, I'm in transportation. So I've been able to utilize all of that. How I got to being the great, shiny, fabulous LGBTQIA plus advocate that I am? Well, I have always been a tomboy. However, I consider myself sometimes androgynous. Reason being, I do what we call a turnabout, probably a few times a year for friends or things of that nature. I still have this cute girl figure, so I show it off from time to time. However, I identify as masculine of center, but my outer appearance has nothing to do with my inner appearance. I am still the same fun loving, bubbly person that I am. I'm still the same person that will get in your tail when you're messing up. And my soldiers never saw me as a gay person. They only saw me as staff ballot or when I made E7, Sergeant First. So that there was some time down the line where that changed with other people, but for the people that I came in contact with, I never had to, deal with that. Oh, that's the this and this. People saw me as Ballard. Like, that's who I am. And plus, when I walk into a room, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how can you be mean to somebody that elevates, that radiates sunshine. It's very hard, and I make it hard just for that reason. So that's how I got to that. But for the most part, I did deal with a few little transgressions of how people saw my exterior besides trying to get to know my interior. But the way I live my life, it doesn't bother me at all because I'm going to still continue to spread sunshine and you're still going to speak and I'm still going to be for the people of all nations, all nationalities. It does not matter. And I'm still going to be out there trying to help those that are underprivileged. That's one of my biggest missions in life, that somewhere, somehow, somebody's going to get fed, somebody's going to get clothes, somebody's going to get housing, somebody's going to get clothing for their family, their children, their loved ones. That's what I do. That's a part of ministry that I'm involved in. So I just continue to see it as that positive manner and don't allow what the outside world sees to affect my inner.
Which is why you are spreading sunshine
That's it.
all around the world, one place at a time.
One place at a time.
Well, we appreciate it. And thanks for sharing your military journey, your veteran journey. So here we are, 2022, Stories of Us. Who are you today?
Today, I am Keshawn Ballard. That is the name I go for my platform. And that platform includes being a country girl from Mississippi, being an advocate for LGBTQIA+, being an advocate for homeless veterans, being an advocate for veterans, being an advocate for women, being an advocate for minorities, being a voice of reason for people that may not have that energy or the strength or the boastfulness to stand up and be for themselves. So I am all of those things. I am your sister. If you want to call me brother, I could be your brother. I could be your auntie. I could be that mentor. I could be that friend. I am a deacon. I am a person in ministry. I can just be someone you see in the positive light. So that's who I am. And plus, I am a person that you will see grow. If I grow, you're by me, guess what? That means you're going to grow too. If you have a need and I'm aware of that need, then I'm going to help you fulfill that need or help you to get to what it is. I am a helper. I am a person who loves God. I'm a person who spreads sunshine. I'm a lover, period. I'm a charmer. I'm a sister. I'm an auntie. I am all of that. I'm a graduate. I am a person who holds degrees. I am fun. I'm loving. I'm all of those in one.
Blessed and highly favored is what comes
You
to my
better know
mind
it.
right now.
I'm
Blessed
talking
and
about
highly
all of
favored.
those. That's it.
And,
I am all of those.
and so are we blessed who get to experience your presence, because I know firsthand that radiating joy, that radiating sunshine that you exude walking into a room, walking out of a car, loading up a truck in Seattle, in Richmond, anywhere. You know, what is the constant is one, your presence, but two, your smile, your energy. And firsthand, I appreciate it. And, God bless you for all the gifts that he's bestowed on you and forwarding out to the rest of us and sharing.
Thank you.
This time that we've shared together on this video, we've learned a lot about you. We've learned about your military, your veteran, and just who you are, who your essence is. Final question.
Mhm.
Why is it important for us to tell our story?
It is very vital that we tell our stories. The reason being, there are some people in the world currently right now in 2022 that still cannot live their own lives to their fullest potential. They cannot be quote unquote out, or they cannot be free. I'm aware we live in America, but not everything or not all parts of the world are free. So there are still some men and some women who cannot just lavishly be themselves or be phenomenal in the way that they want to be. If they want to wear drag or if they want to wear a suit, they may not be able to because they have to keep their eye on whatever their family may say, their organization, their church, a variety of things is keeping them held in. But I say to those people, if you're living and breathing and you hear my voice, I dare and I implore you to live your life to your fullest extent, to the fullest potential that you can. Do what is best for you. Not saying that the opinions of others do not matter. I'm not telling nobody to go against the grain or go against whatever it is. However, in 2022, just be who you want to be and be who you are called to be. And that could be, that could be anything. Some of us are called to ministry. Some of us are called to be clergy. Some of us called to teach. Some of us are called to be in construction. Some of us called to be entrepreneurs. So whatever that falls in, that ABCD box, circle it in and fill it in and fill your life in to that box. You don't have to tell anybody. You just live your life. You don't have to make this grand announcement. I am a member of a LGBT fraternity. Shout out to Alpha Lambda Zeta Fraternity Incorporated. And in this organization, we accept everyone for whom they are. We are women of masculine center. We dress a certain way. However, we hold ourselves to a standard. We don't see the outer being of the person. We see the inner. So it does not matter, if I wear Steve Madden's. It does not matter if I wear Jordans or if my pants sag. They don't. However, what matters is who I am. So I show up being the Army veteran that I am. I show up being a very out, proud LGBTQIA plus member and advocate. I show up being once a homeless individual. I show up being a woman who has a partner for 4+ now years. I show up now being the oldest of 9 children, and all of my siblings love me. I show up now being a member of ministry. My parents are both clergy. I show up being a person who loves unconditionally. I show up being me. So I implore anybody that is listening to my voice to show up and be you.
Telling the stories, telling our stories. We heal, we connect, we create the change. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
We are. We have to make that sacrifice. It's not even a sacrifice. To some, it is a sacrifice. But we have to get to a point where we stop living for others. Because it's a burden. I'm telling you, it's heavy. But when you free yourself of it and live for you and whatever you believe in called you to be, I can assure you, it's like wiping your face because something just came off of you, or it's like taking off a jacket that was heavy, or it's like taking bricks down, or it's like just, it's a breath of fresh air. So I implore anybody to live your best life, whatever that looks like, and tell your own story. If you don't want to tell your story, guess what? You don't have to, but fix it to where you yourself have a conversation with yourself. Say, self, listen, I have not been living my fullest potential and I need to do better. Whatever that may look like, whether it's get a degree, whether it's come out, whether it's go to a different job, whether it's get into ministry, whether it's get into nonprofit, whether it's to help the next man or woman that is standing beside you, whether it's to sow a seed, whether it's to give it all up and start fresh, whether it's to move to another city, another state. But whatever is best for you, do it for you. Let you tell your story, not somebody else.
And I don't know how to snap, but that's as good as it's getting. Yes. Keshawn Ballard, field organizer for Atlanta Area Minority Veterans of America. Thank you so much for telling your story. And for those watching, thank you for spending some time with us as we continue to share the stories of us, where we transform the narrative of the American veteran. If you want to tell your story, please follow us at Minority Vets or go to our website and submit your story in writing. Post it online, share your story, and let others feel the sunshine and the power of your story. We will all benefit from it. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to catching you on the next episode of Stories of Us.
Thank you for the opportunity.